Hi everyone, it's me Jojo and we are on day 5 of my Christmas countdown December special. I've been so enjoying myself doing this whole new series because it gives me sort of like a different kind of routine to normal. It's been like so many unusual things that I've been doing in the last 2 years, so it feels funny to kind of do something like old school but also with a sort of new school strategy, because all these videos are long form content, so I can bank them all up, I can give them to you in real time, but then we can cut them down and use them as short form videos. We'll get there in the end. So today's video is actually in collaboration with the incredible Dove Egg Seattle, and I am so thrilled to share my collaboration, which is this gorgeous diamond ring. I am so in love with jewellery. I'm a jewellery crazy person. So the diamond graining certificate comes with it. It's got a natural gemstone identification. It gives you all the details of the specifics today. And my one I chose because I thought I wear a lot of gold jewellery at the moment, which I never did before. A lot of my other jewellery is in silver or platinum. And I didn't have like a ring that was kind of just a bit sort of like simplistic and dainty. All my rings are a bit sort of chunky and wizard-like. So I just couldn't resist the opportunity to work together. So thank you so much, Dove Eggs. Now, today's video, I wanted to share with you a little bit about inspiration and design, because I think people get a little bit confused about my background because people think that I am a makeup artist, and I've never really referred to myself as a makeup artist. I've not really had any clarity to this in terms of what I've put out there, because I found something that works and I just went with it and with it and with it, and now we're here. But I very much think of myself as a sort of polymath. I do all sorts of different types of creative output. It's not just about makeup. Makeup is just something that I think was a missing area. So when I started doing this sort of content online, there was certainly no one like me doing it, but it was an area that was seriously underrepresented. There wasn't people doing a lot of tutorials at the time, and I thought if I show you what I know, all the tricks of the things that I've learned along the way, most of it has come from video games. I've got no interest in doing big stars makeup at all. I just don't, even though it's lovely to have done some, that wasn't really an ambition of mine. It was something that I put on the end of my sort of list of goals. I wanted to design, I wanted to make products and innovate and create new things, and not just in beauty but also in fashion and all kinds of aspects of design, architecture, like things, interior decor. I want to create in all kinds of ways, and particularly my inspiration comes from fantasy, and specifically role-playing games that I love still to this day, all the gorgeous Final Fantasies and Zeldas and all that jazz from my youth. It really heavily bleeds into my visual identity. So when I was offered the opportunity to do things to do with jewellery, I was just like, oh my god, this is so exciting. And I've now partnered with 5 different jewellery companies. And some of the designs I think you can see are very me, but some of them are sort of like not as expected. So I wanted to share some sort of background about me and jewellery, because I think a lot of you guys don't know a lot about my family, because I kept all my family stuff sort of separate to my YouTube blogs. But my dad actually is a jeweller, and he knows how to electroplate and create all different kinds of amazing techniques when it comes to creating jewellery. And I grew up around all this like crazy jewellery stuff. And when I was actually a kid, one of my first entrepreneurial decisions was to take some of the jewellery and sell it at school, which I thought was very entertaining. But I've always been so fascinated by how people like jewellery, because even when I was growing up, I used to think jewellery was such a strange thing to watch people choose, because it's like a way of, it gives you a little bit of insight about what people think of themselves, and it's like in a different way to clothes, because jewellery is kind of smaller, it's more expensive, it's more valuable, so it takes more time to decide to buy something that's expensive. And when you choose something, it's normally symbolic. It's almost akin to a tattoo, but it's more, I think, with costume jewellery, it's a bit different, but with kind of decision-making jewellery or fine jewellery, it gives a clue about someone's character. And specifically within my designs and the things that I like to wear, everything has to have a sort of like magical element to it. And I will show on the screen now when I actually designed some jewellery with a brand called Baroque. My whole thing was actually very much inspired by Anastasia. If you guys remember Anastasia, the film, it was one of my favourite films when I was growing up, because it was so different to the Disney films in a way. I was really obsessed with Aaliyah, who sang the version of the soundtrack that was performed at the Grammys and things, and I loved everything about that film. I just loved the magic of it. I loved that it was gorgeous, and I loved the specifically the jewellery box with the necklace and the two that came together that then could be separated. And I always wanted to create something like that for my family. And when I was looking at things to kind of create, I started off as a tree of life because I was looking at my family tree, and I was thinking like, what can I do that would make my like would join all the branches together kind of thing. So I looked at everyone's birthstones, and little did I know that all the birthstones formed a rainbow, which is my signature in all my work. So I was like, this is so uncanny. Of course it's a rainbow. So I thought like, okay, we can't just do something that's silly like a rainbow. We've got to do something in a circle, like the ring of life. So I put all the gemstones in a circle. The central part detaches with magnets and clips onto a bracelet so you can separate it and wear it as sort of like an open ring with jewels. And the little coin, I call it my magical lucky coin, was kind of a throwback to The Queen's Nose, which is a British children's TV show, like a lucky wish-making coin. So there was a lot of thought and kind of symbolism in what I wanted to make, and that was a personal one for my family. But it kind of gives you an insight into how I think about what's going into my design, like what the references are and what kind of like magic is in it. Firstly, thank you for all the lovely support and everything. I've really appreciated all the amazing comments I have. Please check out Dove Egg Seattle in the links below. They are gorgeous. I'm going to do some photos and post them on my socials, and check them out because they've got some gorgeous, amazing designs. Thank you, Dove Eggs, for collaborating with me. We'll definitely do some more. And if you guys enjoyed this one, we can talk about more design things tomorrow. So tomorrow, I'm not sure which video is coming first. I've got a couple. I've got a story time one. I've got a makeup one. And we've got some magazine-y bits coming out soon. All right, my loves. Happy holidays. I will see you tomorrow and take care.